All right. BOZ to the ING. We just wrapped up the first card of the year after 6 weeks. It was a little lackluster. We had some good fights, good moments, but a little lackluster. Obviously, the lead up to it, the three pullouts, three cancellations, MJ Hernandez, Smotherman Tercios, and then Harrison Nunez like 2 weeks ago. The pacing was a little shit early on, of course, because the pullouts, first round knockouts. The fights were just lackluster. The stoppages were weird. There was some fun fights, but it was all over the place. It wasn't very great. Same way how they ended the last deal. Like the Royval Cop card was a very lackluster as well. But this one was weird. But let's just talk about the fights. Starting off in the main event, fight of the year contender. Obviously, we only had one card, but this is gonna be in talks for the whole year. Gaethje versus fucking Paddy Pimblett. As you know, we picked Justin Gaethje to win by round 4 knockout. Almost got it in literally every round that he won, which he won 1, 2, 4, and 5. But gets a decision win, rightfully so. Crazy fight. Gaethje in the first 2 rounds, it's all Gaethje, no Paddy, nothing. Paddy landed some big shots, but nothing to stun Gaethje really. Gaethje drops Paddy twice early on in the first round with a big uppercut, lands some nasty ground and pound, and he wasn't even throwing kicks or setting up his shots. He was just going in there, getting him back to the fence, just going forward and fucking bulldozing through Paddy. And almost got the finish in round 1, round 2. No leg kicks either. Paddy in round 3, I'm like, fuck. In round 3, because I'm like, damn, the tide's turning. Paddy is landing his kicks, landing his jab, landing big shots. Didn't get Gaethje to the ground, though, actually the whole fight. Which was kind of expected because he has no wrestling. But round 3, Gaethje's not even throwing his right hand. He keeps adjusting it. It looked like his hand was broken. His right hand. He threw it a couple times, 2-3 times. I'm like, fuck, dude, this fight's over. And he was slowing down a little bit. Paddy was picking up. It looked like the fight was going like this. 4th round, Gaethje just comes back regular. Fucking beating the shit out of Paddy. Throwing his right hand, just walking him down. Like, Paddy had landed some big shots too that hurt Gaethje, but Justin landed way more. He's way more accurate. I don't know how many knockdowns he had. Oh, they counted Justin's takedowns. He had 2 knockdowns. Okay, round 1 and 2. I thought he had more. But holy shit. Like, what a crazy ass fight. Paddy's chin is out of this world. Probably how many? 200 total strikes. 144 significant. I think there's more significant from Gaethje, honestly. And I bet you a third of those were fucking knockout blows to a lot of people, which is crazy because, dude, Paddy took so much damage and was taking huge shots in the 4th and 5th round. They were just snapping his head. He didn't go down. That was crazy to me. Paddy looked like shit. He loses to a lot of guys in the division. Gaethje didn't look great either. He looked better, but not great. And he beat the staff, bro, in the antibiotics. That's some real shit. So, Rufus looked good. That's what I kind of predicted in this fight. Not really going to the ground. Paddy having a hard time. I thought it would be a little closer. Paddy didn't really have many moments. He had a couple with the striking, but where it looked like Gaethje was hurt, but it's just Gaethje ducking down, doing his regular. It was all Gaethje early. And that's it. Gaethje's next. I don't know who Paddy Pimblett's going to fight next. Maybe a Fiziev with a win. That could be pretty interesting. But I think Fiziev might get Armin. Maybe they get Paddy versus Gamrot. That's an interesting fight. There's a few options you could do with this division. You can even do BSD with a win next week at 325. That's a really good one as well, I think. There's just some good options for Paddy. Gaethje's obviously getting Ilya next. That fight is going to be the White House headliner. They don't really have a headliner right now because I don't think Islam or Alex get a fight there. There's not any other options really you could do. And I think Gaethje's going to get the nod. He's American, the only American champ you have right now. You put him against Ilya, who's a big star. That makes a whole bunch of sense for a headliner. So, he gets knocked out in the 1st or 2nd round, but he'll fight more behind a jab and leg kicks and shit like that. But these guys are just Ilya Taporia's food, like a fucking free layup fight. Interlude between him fighting like an Armin or a Max 2 or an Islam at welterweight, something like that. So yeah, that was that fight. Next up, the co-main, Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong. I know a lot of people thought Sean O'Malley robbed this fight. I thought Sean O'Malley took rounds 1 and 2. Let's look at the stats. I know the stats aren't always amazing, but 16 to 10 on significant strikes. I thought Sean O'Malley outlanded him and landed better in the first round. Song got like a little bit of control time with the takedown, or some takedowns, or no, was it just one? It was just one. Got some control time, I think, but nothing like. I thought Sean O'Malley won the first round. It was close, and Song Yadong comes out round 2, wrestling, low kicks, good counters. Countering Sean's teeps a lot, very well. And then third round, Sean O'Malley starts flowing a little bit toward the end, of course, but he's like moving really well still, like faster than Song Yadong, speed mogging him, countering him well, landing like his little like flick shots where he just flick, move, flick, move, flick, move. Really nice angle work from Sean O'Malley using the angles. Landed some nice knees and shots up the middle and beat him up toward the end. And Song Yadong is just the same thing I said. He has the tools. This could have been his fight. He has the tools, but he can't put it together. This could have really been his fight against Sean O'Malley. He looked good the first 2 rounds, arguably won both. I thought he won round 2 clearly, and round 1 and 3 to O'Malley, round 1 being very close. And Song Yadong, who is he going to get next? I don't know, honestly. Maybe a winner of Bautista Vinicius. That's a good one for him. And then, yeah, I mean, there's not much to say about this fight other than that. It was a fun fight. It was a very technical chess match. And I think Sean O'Malley gets Petr Yan 2 next. And Song Yadong, I think Bautista Oliveira winner. I think that's a good one for him. Moving on. Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Derek Lewis. What the fuck, dude? Waldo by round 2 KO. It was kind of Derek Lewis looking for the big knockout blow. He did throw some low kicks, throw his fucking some high kicks as well. He threw more kicks than usual. But Waldo was like working the jab, like pressuring, putting him on the back foot, controlling the cage where this fight's at. If he gets back against the cage, he gets away, he circles out. Looking to counter a lot as well, Derek Lewis. And he got it. And then in round 2, this fight was pretty uneventful until round 2, the finish. It wasn't really a finish. There was not much to it. But yeah, like, my fault. But yeah, so there wasn't really much to it from other than the finish. Like, it was Waldo Cortez got to land on the right hand. Derek Lewis slips, falls back, and is like in that guard position, pulling guard position, whatever. And Waldo just goes down and just fucking lands some nasty ground and pound. Looks like Derek Lewis needs a break. Like, and then Waldo gets down, takes advantage, and it just ends the fight there. There was really not much to this fight, honestly. But that's really it. There wasn't much to it was very uneventful. Waldo, he caught out Curtis Blazer. I think it's a fight to make next. I was thinking about that before this even happened, before the call out. They have a little bit of beef going on for a couple months now because Waldo called him out after a certain fight. I forgot if it was the Leisure. I think it was the Leisure fight. Called out Curtis. Curtis, it's good. It makes sense too because I think Waldo will be able to fight very soon. He didn't take any damage. He wants to be active. He doesn't cut much weight, and Curtis is gonna fight soon. I think he's recovered from his MCL surgeries. So yeah, nothing really crazy for this fight. It was blob off, you know. But Waldo's good. I like Waldo. And Derek Lewis, he looked old. He's 40 years old. You got your money, just fucking bounce, bro, and live your life. Throw your woman's legs up in the air and do some nasty ground and pound. You know what I mean? And just do what you got to do, bro. Natalia Silva versus Rose Namajunas. I'm not gonna lie, I was eating during this fight. I didn't really watch it, but from what it was a skim. Like not skim, but like it was glimpses of me watching this fight. What I saw, Natalia Silva winning round 1. Let me look at the stats actually. Outstruck her, okay. The stats aren't always good, but I like to look at them just for an idea. What I saw was Natalia Silva outstriking Rose round 1. Round 2 was Rose winning that, outstriking, getting some wrestling going, and then round 3 was Natalia Silva kind of flowing a little more, which I think will be reflected, yes, as you could see, flowing more and just not being able to get touched. She's so cute. But yeah, that's what it was. You know, I didn't really watch the fight too much. I don't really care. It was boring. Um, that was really it. I mean, there's not much to say. Like there really isn't. Okay, like there really isn't. Next up, Gene Silva versus Arnold Allen. My fight of the night before the main event. But this fight, Gene Silva starts off slow. He's a guy who um, needs to find his range and find his shots and kind of feel the fight. He needs to feel the fight, I feel. Like, he's like a Yuri a little bit. He needs to feel it. Arnold Allen started off well with his good kicks. I have some notes written down because I have like short-term memory for some of these fights. Okay, I just have great fight, war, Gene Bill. God damn. I thought I would have remembered it. But yeah, it was a good fight. Arnold Allen's landing his jab, landing some good kicks, if I remember. Gene Silva started out in southpaw a lot, I guess, to avoid maybe the body work and low kicks and stuff. But Arnold Allen was still getting to it. Round one, definitely. He looked very sharp, fast. And then Gene Silva gets some momentum at the end of round one. Round two, very close fight. Very close round. Gene Silva, I thought, landed the bigger, better shots, landing his right hand, landing hooks and stuff like that. Also eating some shots in return, both throwing knees and shit, kicks. Arnold Allen missed and whiffed on a bunch of high kicks. And then round three, Gene kind of started to style on Arnold Allen. Started to style on him later in the round, and he started to style on him later on, which was kind of, I thought that would have happened earlier. A lot of people in this card, fighters, Natalia Silva, Gene Silva, Sean O'Malley, started building very late, like really building, where I thought it would be them doing that early. I think Sean O'Malley would style on Yadong like he did early on in the fight. Like he did in the end of the fight. I thought he would do that early on. Gene Silva, same thing. He started to really enter a flow state where you see Gene, he's just picking his shots while being more dynamic, getting in and out of range, being a bit more defensively responsible than usual, and landing big shots. Arnold Allen's chin looked great, much better than I expected. Didn't really look wobbled except for like one or two times, but that's expected with Gene Silva. Lands a lot of power. Gene Silva, and also the wrestling in this fight. Gene Silva looked good in the wrestling, got Arnold Allen taken down. Good takedown defense as well. And I thought that Arnold landed. Oh, it says he went for no takedowns, but he did go for one, like a trip, I think it was. And he also looked very strong in the clinch positions, Gene Silva. I think this guy's a future champ. I think he needs to clean up a little bit of his striking defense. Other than that, he's really nasty. He's one guy that eats some to take some. It's kind of like Justin's performance. He eats a lot to give you some big ones and more meaningful. But I feel like against Diego, that's a bad idea. There's other guys in the division you could do that. But if you want a Diego rematch, no. And that's a very interesting fight to me. They could make that fight if Diego loses to Volk again. I could see that. But there's a few options like Zalal, Aljo, Yair. But Yair, like literally everyone in the top 10 is someone Yair or Duck. Like there's Zalal, Aljo, Mozart, Lerone, Diego, Gene. It's either heavy, like strong submission grapplers or dangerous strikers or really well-rounded guys who I don't think. I just feel like Yair's gonna duck everybody. So fuck him though. Good performance from Gene Silva. Good performance from Arnold Allen as well. He beats a lot of these guys in the division. A lot of these top guys because Arnold Allen's very well-rounded and his striking looked really nice here. He looked good. He looked durable. Probably broke his fucking hands. He's gonna be out for 6 months or whatever, and not fight till the end of the year, which sucks because he's been in the UFC 11 years and hasn't fought that much. Has 3 losses now in the UFC to really high-level guys. Movzar, which he arguably won. Gene Silva, close fight. Max, a very good fight as well. So, we'll see with him. I don't know, though, but fuck. Gene Silva, they might give him like an Aljo. But that's a dangerous fight for Gene Silva. Aljo's very good. Now, onto the prelims. Figgy Umar, I don't know. Figgy Umar, kind of as expected. Figgy didn't really have many big moments. Just get outstruck, out-grappled. And yeah, I mean, I think there was one moment in round 2. But Umar looks good. He looks good. You know? Like, he has really good range management, I feel, at the kicking at range. But nothing impressive. He had some good takedown attempts. But it's nothing like, wow, he's going to beat a Piotr Jan or a Merab again. Even on O'Malley. O'Malley's a tough fight for him. Very tough. I mean, nah. I think he could beat O'Malley. But still, it's a very hard fight. But I got Jan or Merab to get back to that title. Whoever's fighting the title next? No. And to get a title shot? No. Because Sean O'Malley, honestly, had a better performance against a better opponent. It was a bit closer, but a better opponent, and he ended the fight off well. You're going to remember him styling on Song Yadong and Umar just a boring fight against Figgy, who's old and washed, it looks like, in his past few fights. So I think Umar, like, I expected him to come out here and stink it up and not be impressive and not get a finish and not, like, completely dominate, be one-sided but not dominate, and not make a statement. He didn't make a statement. He's probably going to get 2 more fights before a title. He needs to get ready for Ayman Zahabi or Merab too with the loss, but I don't know if he wants to be that inactive and wait all the way for Merab, which is probably going to be like August. I think if he wants to fight Zahabi soon, he could do it. He just fought 2 months ago or 3 months ago, so maybe he does take a little bit of a break. We'll see, because there's Ramadan coming up, so maybe he fights in like May or June or July, like sometime over the summer. We'll see though. I don't know. But nothing impressive. I'm not impressed with Umar. I'm not that I'm not impressed, but it's not like I'm not like wowed. He's a very good fighter. He has very good all around skill, but he's nothing like, wow, this guy's gonna be a champion. In a Piotr Jan led division, or a Merab led division, in a Peyton Talbot led division soon. But honestly, yeah, you know, I think he'll be champ later on because he's still young. I don't know how old he is. I think he's like 29 or something, maybe 28. But he'll be champ later on once Jan's out of there and stuff. Merab, but I don't think he beats those guys. He doesn't show me anything that's like, wow. Atiba Gautier gets fraud checked. Not a fraud check. Andre Puliev. Good slick striker. Good on the back foot. I thought he could have been bullied more, which he was. The thing with the Tebo, right? He gets a knockdown, I think, twice in this fight, round 1 and 2, or round 1 and 3, but early on in round 1, like 40 seconds in. And he kind of like takes his foot off the gas. I know he wants to be patient. He doesn't want to rush it, maybe, because maybe he doesn't want to get gas or something. But like, he had to be a little bit more urgent, I feel, in this fight. I don't think he got fraud checked though, because I think with him, he's 23 years old. I'm not going to talk about his grappling or wrestling because we haven't seen that yet. But he didn't have great footwork, ability to cut off the cage, feints, level changes, like going to the body or anything, or even kicks. Puliev's durable. He had really good movement, and yeah, I think Atiba Gautier, he's a bit of a power merchant at the moment. And when he can't just like back somebody up and bully them and person with no movement, he still won the fight very decisively, which is not like he lost or was a close fight. He very easily won this fight, in my opinion. Andre could have had 1 round, but it was convincingly Atiba's fight, Atiba's win. So I think it's just he has a lot of time to grow. I think just keep him outside the rankings for now. Build him up. Because if he would have got a round 1 knockout, then it's like, okay, you got to push him up. But now, keep him outside the rankings. Give him like a Kelvin Gastelum, a Marvin Vettori. Just keep him outside the rankings for like a few more fights, and try not to book him. I want him to be a little bit more inactive, because he fought March, July, October, and now January. 4 fights in 10 months. Let's tone it down. Let's do like 4 fights in 14 months. 4 fights in 12 months. Tone it down a little bit. I want him to train a little more, get a little more, because footwork and shot selection and being more versatile in your strikes, cutting off the cage, I feel like that's something you could do in training. Your kicks, your level changes, whatever it may be, you could do a lot of that in training. You get better with that in training. And I think so. That's what it is. He has a lot of potential. I'm not calling him a fraud. He may not be as good as we thought at the moment, but I think he definitely has the potential. He's a physical skill. He didn't look tired or anything, or it wasn't a very high-paced fight, but he didn't look tired. I think he has a bright future. I think he'll still be a top-level middleweight as his career goes on, but just don't rush him in. You cannot rush in. You can't do that with every booty hole. Shout out Love and Light TV. Rest in peace. So yeah, that's what it is with Atiba Gautier. Next up, Krylov versus Bukowski. This is where the prelims get like a little shaky from, I think, below. Even this fight Because like you expect that Tiba Gattier a big knockout round 1 and gets like a little meh performance. Now Nikita Krylov versus Modestas Bukauskas. Krylov fought a little bit more conservative in this fight. Didn't rush in as much. Fought behind kicks a lot, which he has a good kicks. His chin's always up in the air when he fucking kicks. So worked in the grappling a little bit. Try to get it down. Try to get hold, and he got a late knockout. So what happened in this fight? Modestas Bukauskas was clearly the superior guy with the hands, not in the kicking ranges. So Modestas Bukauskas, like, he didn't really have many good entries. There was a lot of counters, I think. And Modi, like, he landed some clean shots in Krylov, but he also whiffed a lot of big right hands that could have put Krylov out. Krylov's chin looked well recovered, better than I expected, because he did eat some big shots where his head snapped, and he didn't get completely colded or even wobbled. And he just kind of used his grappling a little more, fought a little more conservative, didn't rush in as much. And at the end of the fight, he starts, like, jumping around, jiggling around, and, like, stutter stepping. And then they get in the center of the cage with like 10 seconds left. He lands a big right hand, sits Modi down, and then gets on his back, ground and pound, and puts him out. A boring fight. It wasn't that active, and they were involving some. Nikita was involving some grappling. Nothing crazy. Like, I think Nikita called for Jan Blachowicz. Jan probably colds you at this point. Still, like. You know, but I don't think you should get a big jump either up to 13. You just beat an unranked guy. Get like, you already fought Bogdan. No, he already fought Reyes, right? Am I tripping? But yeah, he did fight Reyes. He fought Reyes last year. What am I saying? So yeah, like maybe someone around your ranking, still not too high up. Maybe highest like a 7, ranked 7 guy. 8. I don't know who's ranked in that division that high. But yeah, so he gets a win, gets a good comeback win over Modi, who didn't look great, honestly. But it's a win. A win's a win. Fucking Alex Perez versus Charles Johnson, dude. Charles Johnson, okay. So he got chinned pretty bad in this fight early on, 3 minutes in. Wow. And I don't remember the early goings of this fight. Because it did happen early on, like in the first minute, I think. First minute and a half, because he was surviving for a lot of it. I don't remember much going on. And then he just gets fucking hit with a big left hook, I think it was, on the temple. Falls back and is just in survival mode for the rest of the fight. And then eventually gets fucking landed big on, and he gets face planted. And then they call the fight. So that's all I remember from this. Honestly, Alex Perez gets a win. He's going to get a shot up in the rankings again. And then lose to whoever that is. Charles Johnson's going to fight a prospect. Maybe Andre Lima with a win in Miami and beat him, and then get another shot in the rankings, and the Charles Johnson cycle, and Charles Johnson and Alex Perez cycle. But I mean, not much to say in this fight. Alex Perez just knocked out Charles Johnson. I don't remember the early goings of this fight, honestly. And Charles Johnson got chinned very early, or dropped very early, and was just in survival mode for the most of the fight. Unexpected, I thought, because Charles Johnson does build into fights. Thought Alex Perez would give him trouble in the first. Alex Perez is a dangerous fighter, but to do it like that quick, it was surprising, honestly. So that's all I gotta say. Alex Perez, I don't know who you're gonna fucking fight next, either of you, but yeah, that was it. And then now into the early prelims. Josh Hockett he's a good fighter. He's a good fighter, you know. Denzel Freeman looked like shit, Sally. Former Marine, thank you for your service, but dude, that was not good. That was not a good performance. Like, dude, he just got dominated this fight. No way he landed 0 strikes. No. No fucking way. I predicted this. It's like Josh Hockett. I thought it would be early on a stoppage, but I predicted Josh Hockett would just come in his face, like I say, with these guys who Denzel Freeman likes to stay at range too much. This kickbox, he's going to get uncomfortable. Josh Hockett put a pace on him. Looked a little tired himself, but put a pace, just got in his face, just threw big shots, took him down, big shots, took him down, whatever it may be, and just beat him up. And then at the end, he had him on all fours or something like that. He's like riding the bull, like slapping Denzel Freeman's ass and going like this. And then they separate. Denzel Freeman's like the running, like the waddling running, and then sits down to his legs. And then Josh Hockett flicks him off and gets a first time middle finger KO in the UFC. Never seen before. But yeah, it was really Denzel Freeman got dominated. He looked really bad. I expected him to look better. Like, couldn't even stop the takedown that came with it. Didn't get anything going in the stretch. Just got kind of bullied this fight, which I feel bad for. Because, he seems like a nice guy. I feel bad when fighters get dominated, especially in the lower tiers, because they're not getting paid that much, honestly. But Josh Hockett will be good in this division. He's a good prospect. I need to see more of him with an opponent who can actually fight back. Because his first opponent, just like a jiu-jitsu guy, couldn't fight back. Denzel Freeman could not fight back either. He could work into the rankings. I don't think he beats the top guys, because those guys will be able to deal with his striking and his wrestling and his athleticism, his explosiveness. He's a small guy too for the division, reach, height, weight wise. So yeah, that's it really for Josh Hockett. He's a good prospect in the heavyweight. He's funny and cringe. Like, he's funny because he's cringe and stupid. And, in his post-fight interview, he's like, me losing a fist fight, N-word, please. Waldo Cortez Acosta, you're deadbeat, easy money. Brittany Griner's a man. It's like, fuck, dude. He's corny, but it's funny, honestly. And it's exciting. He's a good fighter. He puts on fun fights. So, and yeah, last second stoppage was very weird because they were separated. Denzel Freeman just went down like in a squat position, and Hockett flicks him off, and they call the fight there. It was a good stoppage though, because Denzel Freeman, it would have been stopped on stool anyways, probably. And first fight of the night, Adam Fugit versus Ty Miller. Adam Fugit had a couple moments in this fight. Landed like a nice spinning elbow, but just kind of got bullied by Ty Miller as expected. Ty Miller's like good boxing. I don't think he got a lot of kicks going. Adam Fugit did some good kicks, nice kicks going, and then Ty Miller just hands work, and then got a KO in the last second. He's going to be a good prospect at welterweight. I don't know if he'll work his way up the rankings. He has good striking, a little bit, not pillow hands, but not great power. I haven't seen his grappling or his wrestling and things like that, but he's got a lot of potential. He's like 25, 26 years old, and I don't know if he just only lost to prospects, like good prospects who become ranked and become high tier fighters. So I think Ty Miller will be working his way up the rankings. It's going to be a very, very good for him. He's going to be a good fighter in this division. He'll stack division already. I like what's next for him. Give him like maybe not the Neil Magny test yet, but one of those fucking unranked guys. I don't know. But yeah, that's my recap for 324. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I thought it was a good card, but very lackluster, especially the prelims. There's a lot of bullshit going on. The weird stoppages, the fights that went weird ways, like the Modi and Krylov, the Atiba and Pulaev. The terrible pacing, like 20 minutes in between fights because of the first round knockouts. The cancellations. I know it wasn't their fault, but it's just like, fuck. That was a bit of a lackluster debut, in my opinion. Good fight, just all over the place for everything. But Patty Gaethje was a great fight, banger, fight of the year contender. And yeah, that's what I got for this card. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments.